Welcome back everyone, my name is Echo. Today in this video we were previewed 4 different mobs, one of which will be officially introduced to Minecraft. Now we know the winner. I'm going to be honest with you, it's not the winner that I wanted, but I kind of want to take the time to talk about this mob, what it looks like, what we can expect from it because we know a little bit of information, and also do a little bit of speculation. Now I want you all to leave a comment down below, start from the beginning of how Minecon went. So during the event, we were given a total of 3 different polls where we could vote for which mob we wanted to keep in the race to be introduced to the game. This is how the first one went. 4 potential new mobs, but only 1 can be added to Minecraft. Vote for the mob you want to see added to the game now. Now, had 27%, C had 26%, and D had 24%. Now, throughout all the voting, it was always very, very close. Now, because mob only lasted for a limited time, I think it was around about half an hour. So not that many people voted, which I was kind of disappointed about. Only on average 2,000 people voted throughout all the voting. And to be honest with you, the Minecraft community definitely has more than 2,000 players. Now, as time went on, we were then given this poll. It says here, 3 mobs remain, but only 1 gets added to the game. Vote for the mob you want to be added to Minecraft now. Now, I voted for C this time because I liked A or C, like I told you guys. B had the 1 can be the winner. Which of these mobs do you want added to Minecraft? It was close again, but 52% was mob B, 48% was mob C. That means that the winner and the mob officially being introduced into the aquatic update is of much angry about it. I was disappointed because I wanted mob C over mob B. But everyone was saying because throughout all the polls, mob B and mob C were really close. Everyone was just saying they introduce mob C. Anyway, this is the mob that won. It's known as the Monster of the Night Skies. Whether you like it or not, this will be officially introduced to Minecraft in 2000. It's got very similar texture colors to the shulker box. Now, these are subject to change. What it does is subject to change. I do know that Japper, who's working on the texture pack update, is also working on this mob as well. Now, we do know very little about this mob, but what we do know, they fly down to you if you are not really high up in the sky, and the answer from Jeb was no, and expect to get attacked on mountains in extreme hill biomes. The other question was, you said mob B attacks in groups, how many will be in the groups? 3 or 4 or something? And Jeb said yes. They will fly down in around those numbers. So starting with the first thing, guys, the only way you're going to get attacked by this creature is if you're high above sea level or high in mountains or extreme hill biomes, which to me is very misleading because I was expecting this creature, when you don't sleep in Minecraft, to come looking for you. Kind of like your parents when they tell you to sleep, but you don't sleep. So I hope that does change because if I'm honest with you, I really don't spend that much time in mountains and extreme hill biomes. I feel the only way we're going to find an encounter with this mob is if you specifically go looking for it. Like, you're fully geared and you're like aspect. Now, in terms of how they work, well, I kind of knew that they would come down in groups, which to me simply indicates that these mobs are only small. Personally, I think they're going to be a lot bigger than a bat, but I don't think they're going to be too big if there's that many of them. Now, this model and this mob has yet to be coded, so like I said, it's subject to change, and I'm pretty sure developers will be reaching out to the community, asking for a lot of feedback. This is why we have betas. This is why we have snapshots. Now, if you're like me and you voted for mob C, here's a little bit of information about mob C. The question says, how big is mob C? And Jeb said they are very large, around 3 by 3 blocks. So the mob that just missed out was mob C, and that was the size of that mob. But again, we never know in the future. We could see both B and C introduced. I think it would be a nice, pleasant surprise for the community. Now, during Minecon and Jeb revealing mob B, he looked very voting for. So I think it was more unexpected from what mob won to him. I would really love to know is the mob of the night skies. That was B, and it has been confirmed to be introduced into the aquatic update in 2018. Any more comments you have, leave them down below. I'll be interested or miss it. I've been Echo. Have a great day. Stay beautiful, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.